What if Whitney Houston's death wasn't an accident? What if one of the greatest voices in history was silenced by the very industry that built her? A shocking new allegation from Kanye West is forcing the world to re-examine everything. He claims Ray J was used as a pawn in a conspiracy to take down Whitney Houston. And this isn't just a rumor, it's a story of handlers, hush money, and a cover-up that goes straight to the top. The story explodes into public view with a revelation from Kanye West. Ye has alleged that Ray J was a key player for industry higher-ups in the systematic takedown of Whitney Houston. But the most chilling part, it's being reported that Whitney Houston herself saw it coming. Sources claim she sent Kanye a desperate voice note, hysterically begging for help because she genuinely feared for her life. This isn't the story of an overdose, it's the story of a woman who knew she was a target. So, what was Ray J's role? Long before her death, rumors identified him as more than a friend. He was allegedly her handler. Whitney's own sister-in-law stated publicly that she knew Ray J was involved the moment she saw the video of him sneaking out of Whitney's hotel room. She has directly accused him of being the one supplying the substances that led to Whitney's overdose. This paints a picture of a deliberate setup, with Ray J positioned as the one who could lead a vulnerable icon back into the darkness. The official story of an accidental drowning never added up. The coroner's report tells a different, more violent story. Whitney Houston was found with visible injuries, abrasions on her forehead and the bridge of her nose. These are not the marks of someone who simply slipped and fell. Forensic experts would identify these as potential defensive wounds, evidence of a struggle. The official narrative was already falling apart, and the evidence on paper began to point toward a violent altercation in her final moments. The man investigating these inconsistencies was coroner Ed Winter, known for challenging the official narratives in celebrity deaths, including the case of Kim Porter. He was the one asking the questions no one in power wanted to answer. But then, a shocking twist. As these old questions resurfaced, Ed Winter was suddenly found dead about a year ago. A tragic coincidence? Or the deliberate silencing of a man who knew too much about the deaths of too many famous faces? Industry insider Jaguar Wright has provided the most graphic and damning testimony. She alleges Ray J was the last person to see Whitney alive and that he personally brought a drug dealer into her hotel room. She described Whitney's bruises as defense wounds from an attack. Even more explosive, Jaguar connected it all back to a furious fight Whitney had with music mogul Clive Davis just days before her death. This testimony transforms the story from a solo tragedy to a coordinated hit. Ray J's own reactions have been incredibly telling. When a reporter accused him of involvement, he didn't just deny it, he completely unraveled. In a now infamous Instagram rant, he threatened to crash out, claiming he was being threatened and bullied. He screamed about refusing hush money and said, "If something happens to me, then so be it." This doesn't sound like an innocent man. It sounds like a terrified man who knows the consequences of crossing his powerful handlers. For years, we were told the Kanye and Ray J feud was about Kim Kardashian, but the truth appears to be far darker. Kanye's lyrical jabs and his controversial use of Whitney's bathroom photo for Pusha T's album cover are now being seen in a new light. Insiders suggest it was a deliberate act, a trigger meant for the elites who orchestrated her death. It was his coded declaration of war. And what followed? A relentless campaign to label him as crazy, effectively dismantling his credibility and silencing his accusations. So we are left with one final, undeniable piece of evidence that shatters the official story. Those closest to Whitney have revealed a simple, personal fact. She never, ever bathed in hotel tubs. She found them filthy and only took showers. So, how does a woman who despised hotel bathtubs end up dead in one? This single detail proves the official narrative is a complete fabrication. The question is no longer if she was taken out, but who gave the final order, and how many other stars have suffered the same fate to protect the industry's darkest secrets. The story of Whitney Houston's death is a tangled web of power, fear, and silence. From Kanye's allegations to a silenced coroner, the evidence points to a conspiracy that has been hiding in plain sight. What do you think? Was Ray J a pawn in a much larger game? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to uncover more industry secrets, make sure you watch this video next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the truth.